intense. Sorry about that. My phone died, so I didn't have it plugged up while I was streaming. Let me try something else to listen to. Okay, that's a little noisy, but not terrible. Let's see how that goes. I'm kind of feeling like this should be up here. Like you should be able to go up there.
Here it is. My creation is called Approximately 4 a.m. in January. The sound of burning fills a mini disc of hobby-oriented sleep. Memory loss as the children realize.
This is not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can go up here, then I can go ahead and do all this, right? Partially the thing is that the way these work has changed. So it's possible I should just do blue and yellow on these guys. And that would be blue and that would be yellow. That would probably be the smarter thing, actually. Then trying to figure out how to connect it down here. Would be to say, okay, it's not going to be connected down here. It's going to be connected over here in some way. Possibly back this way, because I might need to flip everything again. Which I've done once before, but I think most of the puzzles are semi-symmetrical, so it shouldn't be a big problem if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to like move them over here so that you were going back this way. Or even if you were going up. Let's see, if you're going up, this would be the easy thing to get to. And that's the hard thing to get to. It'd be nice if I could just like take the thing like this and just rotate it, you know? But the problem is that breaks everything. It won't work. So, not viable, unfortunately. Struggling to see exactly what I should do here. Because, yeah, I feel like of course it's like a lot of stuff that I keep thinking about that I'm gonna redo the way all that works anyway, so it doesn't necessarily matter what I do. Because the panels are going to be more compressed so that you'll like, in this case they'll have to take up that much space because they're walkable panels, but in like this case this could just be one spot here and then this little thing could be right there. So probably not have locked tiles. Well, I don't know that yet. Should probably test it out and see whether I can do it without the locked tiles. By default, we want to be able to do that or that. I do it the other way, like if I do this. And then unlock everything. Well, that's the problem, is I can do that then, right? that's why that doesn't work. Even though technically a subset of that is this solution. Which is why I was thinking those are simpler, really, than this. In some sense. So it's kind of a question of, okay, do you have this here as an optional wing, or do you like, and then you can go up here and do this, because that's all like single color stuff with just locked tiles. Doing that, it makes sense to take all this like this and move it over. So that it kind of works like this. So this is just kind of a wing if you want to do that. Don't, it is whatever it is. So it's probably better. Stick those over on a little wing. This can still get moved over like this. So that it's over here like this. So if there's much crap in the way, that needs to get moved out of the way. Okay, this is way too experimental already. Let's listen to this. That would work like that, sort of, yeah. It's Silent Night. So then I have kind of that and a wing there that helps you do this. If you do that, then this you can get back across, so that you got a kind of shortcut there. So that's a set that goes this way, though, which should lead into all of these guys. Well, it's starting to come together a little bit. I don't know how much longer I'll stream for, but reset that so I can go see what that looks like from the beginning. I'm gonna go through here, and this should probably be swapped sidewise so that like this is over here. Don't worry about that yet. Just sort of show you that it can go both ways. You've just got some kind of basic problems there, and then a little bit of a challenging one, considering. And then this one's kind of just intended to be a little tricky too. So those, which I'm going to skip. And you should be able to get up here. That should be unlocked, right? The question is just, do I want this to go that way or this way? I feel like it should probably go the other way. So we just kind of move them over like this. Christmas music's alright. It's that time of year. Christmas in space! Christmas in space! Okay, so these will be... yeah, sort of like this. So you have to do these in this order. That won't really matter, I don't think. You kind of just be allowed to go along wherever you want, but... for some reason this is starting powered, though. Just something with it. I don't really know what it is, but... let me double check my validator script. Make sure it's not going to do anything horrible. I think that's supposed to go on puzzle panel menu instead. So it'll be under editor. There's puzzle panel menu. Oops. So I think that won't screw anything up. Shouldn't anyhow. Should just set those. So I think the problem might be that one of them is saved as being solved. Nope, it's not that. It's something else. Don't know what it is. It is that. It's because it says was ever solved. Oh, I bet was ever solved is fixed there, but not in the save is the problem. The save is loading and saying, yeah, it was solved at one point. I'm gonna have to implement the fast travel system before too long because it would be so much easier for me designing the game to just be able to like bring up the menu and fast travel between the different places. Okay, so that works like that. So then you go up here. And this would be here. You got this option and that option. Hopefully this will be more clear when this is like a river or something. I'm not quite sure how this is all going to work. But it's going to be a body of water right here. And some kind of either land or building over here. So it should be pretty clear that there's like a floating thing in the water. And this is kind of the shoreline here, right? So you kind of be like, okay, well, I can go along the shoreline here, and then there's like all the way up here on like a peninsula or something, there's this thing. You'd be like, oh, okay. And then there's like a little building here, and then there's yeah, so then you'd have this thing. You'd have solve, and that would give you a stuff that's like hard to quite figure out exactly, but so that'll give you the option. If you want to, you can just do this and go over there. If you don't want to, then you can go over here and figure that out. And if you really are just like, I don't even know, then you can go up here and do this. I don't know whether I need this like this to get over here, or how that's going to work. So, because it may be that this ends up going over here as an optional branch over here, or it may be that you have to go through here to get to that. Because right now it's like, to do that, I think it's fairly easy. Yeah, so you could get over here, and then that would be an optional way to do that. So you could learn that, and you'd be like, it's basically the same as this puzzle, almost, but it's not quite. So that would be theoretically a good hint, and then this would be an actual puzzle there. Figure out what that is. That shouldn't start that way. And that would be like an optional thing. If you want to do it, you can, but if not, you don't have to. Which maybe means it should be put off by itself. I don't know. So hopefully that's not too hard. Here, then there's this guy, which is a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing. The problem is you haven't had counts at all yet. Think about it. So this might be a big guess if you were going to get up there. Versus just doing this. Oh, I'm sorry. The mic should be okay. If it's not, then I'll adjust the music, but let's see. So I was listening to before was like significantly softer, but yeah. If I was mumbling to myself, then it was probably mostly because I just assumed nobody was listening. Anyway, hello Philip, how's it going? Is that better as far as the audio goes? I don't remember how to do this one. I like that, yeah. So I don't know if I want to do more than just those. Okay, so audio's good now. Because I'm experimenting with like having a compressor, but it might not be enough for the... Because it's supposed to compress the music down if I'm talking, so that the music gets quieter when I'm talking, and then it gets louder when I stop. But it also could just be like on my end that I have the speakers turned up too much or something. Because they would be picked up, the speakers would get picked up by the mic too. Anyway, glad you're doing good. I'm trying to figure out what's a good setup for puzzles here, because sequence-wise, it makes sense to do this before this, and then do that before this, but I do need a way to get back over here, so... I don't know if I should just have a gate here that you open, or what. I don't know whether I need all these puzzles. It seems like they're not wired right. Oh, cool. At the moment, the game does not have music implemented in it, although there is music written for the game. It's not Christmas music. I guess I don't need this. I can just put... Oh, wait. But yeah. Oh, I think my girlfriend's home. I'm gonna have to take a real quick break, at least to deal with the dog and stuff. Maybe like 10 minutes or something. So hold on, Philip. I will be right back. And listen to this weird Christmas music. Alright. Let me get my actual thing open here. How does that work? Okay. Alright. I am back. Had to put some groceries up. Yeah, watching John stream. I didn't watch John stream at all. I didn't actually know he was streaming until I had started streaming, and I was like, it's probably what people will be doing, but I don't know what he was working on. What was he doing? Okay, what was I doing? I gotta remember. I was trying to figure out which order to put stuff in. Probably, well, it still feels right to put that first, so that you're forced to do those, and then figure out how to do that. Oh. Well, that's okay. It's no biggie. Actually, as far as the appropriateness of the Christmas music, I literally just was listening to just public domain stuff on here, and then scrolling through, and then eventually I was like, Christmas music is in here, so it's actually nice. It's some public domain, kind of weirdly spacey Christmas music. It's appropriate, and it does make me look like I actually know what I'm doing, when I don't. Yeah, so I like this set of puzzles, so hopefully it's not too quiet now. I don't know. Since it was too loud earlier. Okay. Well, the issue here really is not whether this should be on this side of this, because it should be. The question is whether this should be on this side of this, or on this side of this. Because technically you can come up here and do this, but it's got the numbered ones, and at this point you've only done 1 and 2s, and if you go over here and do all that, then that's 4s and 5s and whatever. So it kind of might make sense to do it the other way. To like put this on this side of that. I don't necessarily want you to have to do all of these to go do these. I'm just kind of redesigning this area so stuff doesn't necessarily have a place. I just want to make sure I wasn't out of Christmas music yet. I should probably go to that Christmas album and bookmark that. Oh, this one's weird. If I do this, put it on that side. Then I can kind of have yeah, that's actually not bad. So I think I will do that. So that will go like this. The only problem is that nothing gets unlocked by doing all these puzzles right now. Oh boy, those are all got thrown off by that. The issue is I have like different snapping intervals on things. And so like some stuff when you move it, snaps at one spot, and then some stuff snaps at another spot. Okay. So now I have all this space over here that I don't really know what to do with. It's kind of the problem. It might make sense to flip the sides and put this over here. Because part of my, like, design of this set of puzzles, which is very hard to see, I understand, because I need to change the background color on those, but part of my design of this set of puzzles versus this set of puzzles is that they're kind of parallel, but you don't necessarily know that before you're doing them, so it might make sense to put that here, just running along. And then I could put this over here. That might be good, I don't know. I don't know whether this one's necessary. Doesn't really fit with the rest of them. I just kind of stuck it in there for some reason. I guess because I wanted you to remember that you could combine these, but now I also sort of have this thing that's a shortcut back. That is tough for me to decide what to do here. Mostly because I want to know whether I should move this, because it's a whole lot of work for me to just move everything over here, flip all the order of the puzzles. I should probably do that though. I don't know how many of these puzzles over here and up here I'm actually going to hold on to. I might hold on to these. Layout a little bit better. It's hard to figure out really what to do structurally, because the way this, I guess I'll just show you. So the way this is set up essentially is that you've got a set of puzzles here, and you can solve these to go like multiple directions and stuff. So it's kind of a meta puzzle where you kind of have to solve it in certain ways, but you can get over here pretty easily. So you kind of expect that the progression would be that you would go over here, and then it would be a little bit harder for you to figure out how to get up here. Actually, it's significantly harder. But whatever this is should probably be part of the mainline progression. But right now, the mainline progression is getting kind of obfuscated because I've got this, and then I've got a branch off over here, which currently was not part of the mainline progression, but I think I want to make it part of it. So it might make sense to take that and then put it on the other side of those. So you go over here and do all of that stuff, and then you can come back and then continue on down here. Oh. I gotta fix my collision system because I got some serious problems. What in the heck? Is there something else here that I'm colliding with? Probably not. It's probably literally just something's, yeah, at some really odd position. here. Yeah, these are at like 7.900002. That is not good. Oh boy. I don't have any way to like correct that. Because I don't think the snapper actually moves to snapped positions, it just offsets by snapped positions. Or maybe it's just a weird rounding error, but... Oh dear. Oh, I think the problem has to do with... It might have to do with the world root. Like the area root here. Yeah, because that's got a 34.9. If I made that like 35, and then that might be a little better. But then it also puts it like slightly offset from the other stuff. But oh no. Oh no. Okay. What about 34? Oh dear. Apparently the snapping doesn't handle these world roots very well. What in the heck is going on? Oh great. Now my whole stuff's all jacked. And I don't know if I can like undo it or not. I hate you, Unity. I hate you, Unity, so badly. Sublime? Yeah, I can zoom in a little, sorry. Ugh, I'm not doing much programming, so... Yeah, okay, so this area is like all totally jacked up now, which is awesome. And I have no way to fix it because of the way Unity works. Other than manually fixing the position of every single object. Which is fine. Not really, but it's fine. It gives me the opportunity to put this in some kind of not weird position. It's mostly the fact that, well, as I said earlier, different objects have like different snap positions. Okay, I think that's okay. I also feel like this should be on this side of that, but it's a little hard to justify that. So I think I'll just leave it here for now. Let's see, like, this is snapping to 0.5, but then these are not snapped right to 0.5s. Should probably put the whole area on whole numbers if I didn't already. Moving off of Unity would be more trouble than it's worth, I think. I think using Unity overall is a good decision. It's just... if I blame Unity for stuff, sometimes it's not really Unity's fault. It's just easier for me to blame Unity than to blame myself for something that I did wrong. Because in this case, it's like the snapping doesn't work because it's my own snapping system. And I built it to like have per object snapping, which unfortunately means if you move... if I move multiple objects, they have different snaps, so you can see like they'll snap differently. And so I shouldn't really have that. I should change the system to where it's a global snap, and things will move relative to where they are by that snap interval. I just have to think about how to do that. Let me add that on the to-do list, because that's actually a good idea. Revise editor snapping to be relative and use a global snap value. That would be a good idea. Okay. I think we've went off of our Christmas music. I wonder if there's more Christmas stuff, but we're going to start that over. Okay, because Christmas music is nice. But yeah, a global snap value would be smarter, because then when I move stuff like that, it wouldn't immediately break everything. The little wire things are kind of in the way. There we go. Okay. Just have to try to adjust these, but they're not lining up, which is really annoying. Gosh darn it. I don't know why they're not lining up either. Maybe I should change this already to have a global snap interval. Okay, well then I would want to put that in my global stuff. Remember to bring this up. That way I can see what you're saying to me, Philip. What criticisms you have of my code. Let's see. Where do I store all those things? I think in constants, but I don't want to use constants. I want to use... Ooh, I don't know if I have a global thing there. I guess it could be in Game Manager. But that doesn't seem right, really. It should be in something else. It'd be nice to have some way to pin a window, you know, to where it's like always on top, but there's no way to do that. I don't think anyway. I guess I could Google that real quick. Pin window to top windows. Excuse me. Yeah, I have another monitor, but it's broken. So I gotta buy a new monitor. I actually bought the monitor I'm using right now to replace the monitor that was breaking. And it kind of was still working for a while, so I had two monitors, but now it's just... It's annoying. I mean, it still works, but it takes like 15 minutes to turn on or something, and that whole time it makes a popping noise that's really unsettling to me. And I'm concerned that it will fry my video card if I use it any longer, so... Yeah. Sad Isaac face. Well... I don't know where to store this. I don't want to store it in Game Manager, but I don't know if I want to make a whole new thing just for it. I guess I'm gonna have to. I can't believe I don't have a globals thing. I've got constants, but then I don't have a globals. Alright, whatever. I'll just do it. Do it! Probably I should put constants in globals. But anyway. So then we'll have editor snap interval. And that would be a vector 3 thing. Although I really don't need anything more than a vector 2. Close that. So vector 1. I need some way to edit that. Which is going to be a panel. Probably. This thing. Global variables, oh no! Why is this not snapping right? Like, what the hell? That should be doing the thing that it's supposed to be doing. I guess it's because I have that there. Oh, jeez. Okay. Should go over here like this. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm hating life so badly right now. Okay. So this should work like that, and then I go like that. Okay. There we go. Yes. Well, I need a global variable for this. It's the only way to do it. Because I want it to be the same variable across every single object, essentially. The annoyance is that I need to write a editor as well for that. So now we go in our tools. I'm going to create another script. It's going to be globals editor. And we're going to base that off of the, like this guy. So that goes class, editor window, and we'll just copy this whole thing. I need to close a bunch of these because it's just too much stuff. Okay, so this would go like this. It needs to be called globals editor. And then that will be tools globals editor. Okay, so then on GUI here is going to have a editor GUI layout dot what do we do? What is the thing for that? Actually, let me bring up from here. Scripting reference. Yeah, global variables can be very useful, and games have lots of them, so there's nothing wrong with them. just don't want to get too carried away with them. If you don't need them. I need editor GUI layout. That's what I need to look at. And I need a vector field. Is there a vector field in here? Vector 3 field. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay, so that would be vector 3 field. The label would be snap interval, I guess. Awesome, yes. Obviously, global variables, you can get carried away, but you do kind of have to fight C# to do them, and use static classes and stuff, and it's really weird and annoying. It's like Unity's so built around the idea that there's no such thing as global scope. It's why would you ever want to manage your memory? Okay, gotta look at an editor real quick. That is not the right thing. I would do much faster if I just looked at my like puzzle panel editor and saw how I did this. Let's see. I don't think I have any vector 3s in here. Okay, so what I need to do is it needs to be globals dot editor snap interval. It's equal to that, and then we put in there we put globals dot editor snap interval. I wonder whether I should name globals with like, nah, I shouldn't. I think it'll be fine. Anything else that I need to do with this? No, not really. That's basically it. I think that'll work. And yeah, globals should not derive from auto behavior. I understand the glibness, but I prefer my globs to be named global. Okay, so let's see. That should let me bring up a globals editor. And then if I want to, I can dock globals editor down here. And then I have my snap intervals. And then, in theory, glib. In theory, I should be able to just use the global snap thing. Okay, so I'm going to kill that, and then this is going to be globals editor snap interval. I don't even think I named it that. No, I didn't. It should be okay. So in theory, that won't show anything there. And then I'll have that. And if I wanted to move stuff, oh, beautiful, beautiful, hallelujah. So then I can go 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, and if I want to move everything, it moves. If I wanted to go 1, 1, 1, oh Jesus Christ. Oh no. Oh no, Daddy-o. Oh no. I'm gonna see if I don't save the scene and come back to it, if that works. Because apparently when I did that, it snapped everything. And I don't want to have to adjust every single object in the entire scene. Why did it snap everything? Shouldn't have snapped everything, it just should have snapped that object. Yeah, tears. The tears are running down my cheeks right now. Because there's For some reason, it's because I'm not using whatever it is that I'm supposed to use for the property editor there. Okay, so I lost a little bit, but I'm actually back better than I was because the area is not weird. So that's nice, but I did lose. I moved that down, but that's okay. So there's something going wrong where if I set this to 1, it's snapping everything to 1, and I don't know why that is. So I gotta figure out what the heck's going on, why it would snap all of them. So why would the transform change? Why would the transform change? That's the thing I don't quite understand. Oh, sweat. Yes, tears. Well, you had eyeballs, so I just figured there were tears. It's okay. It's alright. Why the heck would it snap everything just because the one thing snapped? That doesn't make any sense. Why would the transform change? I don't get this. This doesn't make any sense. The transforms for all those other ones should be just fine. For some reason it's saying, oh. I don't quite understand that. Just to rule something out, we're going to turn all of this off. Just to make sure it's not something calling these. I don't think it is. I don't think it is, but it could be. I was so happy for a second there. I was like, this is going to work so great. It's going to solve all my problems. Probably something that's snapping at the wrong thing even now, but let's see. See if I put that at 1, 1, 1. Okay, so it's not doing anything now. It doesn't even appear to be snapping it at all, so that's good. But I don't quite understand why it's moving all of the objects. Like, why is it calling that 1,000,000 times? Why would the transform change? Why would the transform change if I'm only moving this thing? Like, why would these things transforms change? Is it because of the freaking move to... Oh, God. If so, I'm gonna be pissed. Because one of the annoying things about Unity is that it does not have like groups or layers or anything inside of your hierarchy. You can't just be like, I just want to group all these things together into like a folder so that I can like turn things on and off really quickly. Like, there's no way to do that. So instead you have to put them under a object. So like here, I've just created an empty object. It's just got a transform or whatever. So it may be the case that because they all share the same parent transform, that when I adjust the parent or I adjust one of the children's transforms, it has to somehow propagate back up to the parent, and that's adjusting all the transforms. I don't know that it's that. I'm just postulating, so I have no idea. One good thing to do would be to grab something out here and see if this has the same problem. No, but it's got a weirdness where it's centering on that. Not sure what's up with that. Does not have a snap on it? It does. I'm not seeing a snap though. I'm gonna try putting that to 1. Okay, see, like, everything is screwed up, and I don't understand why everything's screwed up. Like, if I set this to 10, it shouldn't suddenly be doing this to everything. It might just be that transform has changed is getting updated on all of those, and that's not a good way for me to actually see if the transform has changed, because to me transform has changed is like, is it in a different position than it used to be, right? So this seems kind of worse. Seems kind of worse than what I had before, where like stuff was snapping at different intervals, but at least it wasn't being stupid. Now it's like being really stupid, and I'm not sure why. But it definitely explains why something was being weird earlier. Let me look into see if transform has changed, has any weird thing. Am I supposed to set transform has changed to false? If that's the thing, I'm just going to be like, this is amazing. This is amazing. If I don't set transform has changed to false, then it propagates to every single other object in the game, then I'm just gonna be stunned. Utterly stunned. If it's still broken, then I won't be surprised. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me turn that line off. Let's just turn that line off just real quick. Let's just see if that's what's going on. Let's just give it a moment to update scripts. Okay, something else is happening here. What's going on here? Oh, that's back to 0.125. Okay, what the heck? What is happening? Is this object weirdly not one of the objects that screws everything up? Like, what is... Oh my god. Alright. Let's try going on here. I got something weird happening here. Some weird bug. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna figure out what it is. That'll probably be done because it's like 9:30. I've been streaming for, well, not that long. Maybe like 2.5 hours. Okay. Oops, I didn't need to play it. I did not need to play it. The music timed nicely with starting the game. It felt like that was like the music. Okay. Alright, let's set this to 1. Because this guy seems fine. Oh no. What in the hell is going on? Did it like work, but then when I undid, it snapped everything? Is that what happened? That is literally what is happening. So undoing counts as changing the transform? Oh, I can't deal with this. Oh, God. Okay. So undoing counts as changing the transform. Alright, I'm just gonna have to not rely on transform has changed, and I'm gonna have to do my own thing that keeps track of the transform position. That doesn't work though, because I want to keep track of like, oops, I want to keep track of what it was before you start moving the object, essentially, is what I'm trying to do. Say, okay, let's keep your position where you move the object from. Then we'll set a snap offset from that position. So you can move everything relative to where it was, but snapped a certain amount, right? Let's say, for instance. And then if I want to, let's say I could have a toggle that snaps everything that you have selected to like a world-aligned grid. Because most of the time I don't really care so much about that. But sometimes I do. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to actually fix whatever's going on with that right now. Ugh, it was so nice. I've lost all of my snap positions for all the objects though, because actually I might be able to get them back. I don't know. I don't know if I can, because I'd have to have the exact same variable name that it used to be. Do I still have that? Oh, I do. So I'm just going to take it back to that for now. And then, theoretically, if I'm lucky, I can fix that later. I haven't tried out CSGO Battle Royale. I actually haven't ever played CSGO. I thought about getting it since it's free, but I haven't done that. So I was like, I don't know if I would play that much. Is that any good? That's got 0.25s. Do they all have 0.25s now? Because if they do, I'm going to be... Okay, they don't. Okay. So lucky me, because I didn't save it, I still have all the snaps for the old earlier version. So they're all set to snap the same way that they were. Okay, that's fine. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that for now. And we'll come back to that later. I'm not sure when exactly. But we got a little bit done, so that's not too bad. I got a little bit of like the new layout set up for that stuff. I guess I should actually look at it, since it's nice to look back on what we've done today. Cool, cool. I watched like 2 Clicks Phillip or 3 Clicks Phillip or whatever on YouTube, who has a whole channel that's mostly about Counter-Strike. I watched him talk about it for a minute. Back in a while. Okay, cool. Well, see you, Phillip. Have fun. Hopefully CSGO has got a cool Battle Royale thing. It looked kind of neat. It's sort of different than its own, or than like Fortnite or even PUBG. It's kind of its own thing. Well, let's go over what we did. So we figured out that I want this set of puzzles here to introduce the multicolored dots, and then we got this that's like building on that with the like 2s and 3s and 4s and whatever. So it's giving you your different numbers. I figured out I want these here as like little bridge puzzles. And this stuff needs to get moved down here, but I need to fix the snapping again. Well, I guess it's fixed, but I wanted to do global snapping. But I haven't decided where the heck this stuff's gonna go and what's gonna happen to these or these. These are probably gonna get cut and put in optional area, but anyway, I think that's good for today. And it's been fun, and I'll see you around on the internet. I don't know if anybody's around. It says 2, but I think one of those is a robot and one of those is a ghost, so I'll see you around.